What's up, everybody? This is Robin Loxley of Hang Your Heroes. It's been a long time since I've uploaded anything, and the last times I was uploading things, it was food related stuff, or I was working on the metal folk crossover with Redacted, who uh, we were with Hang Your Heroes. That's kind of changed a little bit. We're going to get into a lot of stuff throughout this part of what I want to talk about, but I'm looking at changing careers, and one of the things is I was a filmmaker, and I think it's time to give it up, like officially give it up. And while I'm talking to you guys, I am dumping footage right now from a hard drive that I got from my brother that we finally got to work, and it has a whole bunch of my old stuff on it. It should have my entire catalog that I've been able to save. I even have the behind the scenes of Bang. So it would be nice to see all this footage finally put to use. So the reason why I'm going to do a series of me talking about my past is I'm a part of two different worlds, kind of. I'm 37. I was born in '88. I'm a millennial, and we were told go to college and you can achieve anything. And high schools never talked about the trades. It was all like they never talked about trades. They never talked about jobs that would do good. You know, you could go to Votech, but if you weren't interested in it, no one talked about the importance of it. Um, what was stressed was going in the military because I grew up in the sticks of Pennsylvania, and you either went to go work on a farm or you went in the military. Um, I almost went military. I went through MEPS when I was 16. I was supposed to join when I was 17, and I went through MEPS, passed it, and I was supposed to join the Air Force for munitions and depot. And my idea was that the military was going to train me how to work on cars or vehicles, and then I was going to get out and open an auto body shop for veterans. That was my plan. And I didn't know anything about cars, but I was stressed that the military was a good place to go. And I just figured, like, that's just what you do. We had a bunch of car mechanics, so I just remember always hanging out in car mechanic places. Um, in like my yeah, so car mechanic places. But instead, I went to school. Well, I went to college, and I went to Full Sail University, or in Orlando, Florida. And I got a bachelor's in film and television and a master's in entertainment business. I went in '06 and graduated in '09 with both degrees. I am $300,000 in debt. That when I graduated, they wanted $1,500 a month in repayment. And I was like, that's not going to happen. And out of a bunch of deferments and other things that happened, I just never paid. And then when Biden stopped the whole thing, I was already in collections. But film has never paid enough to pay that back, and I've never made enough in my life to pay it back. You know, if I had probably pursued other pursuits, I mean, I became a chef. So I mean, there's that. And I don't call myself a chef. Other chefs have called me chef, and you're not a chef until someone calls you a chef. So I became a chef, and that paid the bills. But that was just the bills. And now I am 37 with no prospects on passive income from film. Just, I'm going to get into my whole journey into film and everything. People have said you should write a book, and I don't have time to write. I'll get into like what I'm writing right now, but um, I just figure that in 2025 I will vlog it. I've always vlogged in my life. What I was looking for, I'll get into what project I'm also doing right now. But my brother Noah and I, when we formed Muller Brothers Entertainment after college, because he went to Full Sail University and he was for recording arts. Um, but we had Muller Brothers together for a long time. And during that time, I vlogged a lot about what was going on. We were living in Mississippi, and I had finished Boom and Bang and the prologue, and people loved the shorts, uh, but we were denied from the Mississippi Film Festival. And I didn't understand why, because they allowed Canadian filmmakers to enter their stuff and people from outside of Mississippi, but they kept on saying if you pay the fee and you're from Mississippi, especially the Gulf Coast, you know, you're in. Which, talking about Mississippi at that time, uh, I met Stephen Dale, one of my directors of photography, at a 48-hour film festival, which I directed. And we won runner-up for Best Picture. I have the stuff somewhere. Runner-up for Best Picture and Best Costumes. So that was really cool. The first 48-hour film festival in Mississippi, runner-up for Best Picture. So that was for Before the Curtain. Yeah, it's on the YouTube somewhere. But I used to vlog a lot, and I stopped. And I don't know where all my personal stuff went. Personal backups. To just say kind of bluntly, the last 3 years of my life has been a roller coaster, and at one point someone went through all my hard drives and took two of them and deleted a lot of stuff. So I don't have what I used to, but it was going to be cool because I'm trying to do a not retrospective but finish What Brother, which was Josh, my brother Josh, and I's uh, company, Muller Media. Coming to a point where I feel I'm ending a chapter, and which I'll get into, but mainly, I'm not the first one, and I'm not the only one who had their dreams dashed by the film industry. You know, uh, you never made it. You never had the thing. Uh, I was told my scripts were boring. There were better stories to tell, and we're on this, set of Shark Lake in Mississippi with Dolph Lundgren. Wow, yeah, that's fucking great. But $2.5 million is fantastic, and the big wigs get to go gamble and take the extras that they want. Um, but I spent a long time in film, and I feel that I'm a film elitist, and I have every right to be. And the harsh opinions I have for modern filmmaking, I have every right to have that opinion. Um, Ebert was, he said he was given the right to say what he wanted to by the people who hired him, the magazine, whatever, the not magazine, you don't watch magazines, whatever, the fucking show thing. You know, I'm deemed it. I spent $300,000 to tell you what's what, and if I don't, then I don't know why to go to college. Like, if you go blue collar and you spend $300,000, going for an electrical engineering degree, and you step out and someone tells you you don't know anything about it, I mean, that's kind of like, okay, bud. You know what I mean? So it's like, if there's anything I know I'm an expert at, it's filmmaking. Um, I've always said just give me a budget and the time. Which I'll get into my history of being in film. But I'm not the first one who's had their dreams dashed. And I'm not the first one to have spent $300,000 having their dreams dashed. And then later in life going, wow, I'm never going to retire. And the older you get, the more that hits you. And for the few people who have paid off your Full Sail loans, congratulations. Like, that is an achievement. I like, hats off to you. Like, for real. That's a fucking achievement. Like, I'm paying off credit cards right now, and that's a fucking achievement. You know? Um, but the Trump administration got me. They got me. I looked at how much I owe back, and it's gonna be like 900 something to pay back. So, um, and where I'm at in my life right now, I'm ending a chapter of me in cinema, and I believe I've given my best shot as a kid from the sticks of Pennsylvania, can in the film industry. Um, it's how I end that run in entertainment, I suppose. Um, yeah, so I filmed some stuff last night. I was up until 4 a.m. last night, but I filmed some stuff yesterday, and it was me in the car because I could smoke cigarettes out there. But it was me in the car, and it was dark, and I started off the conversation. And I realized I left a lot of stuff out, so I'm going to redo it, and this time where you can see me. But I'm probably going to do it on the set that I have out there that I was going to do for something else. And I've recently been watching some movies lately, and like I just watched Barbie. I kept on meaning to watch it, but I just watched Barbie, and I'll get into my thoughts on that. But I feel like filmmaking is a dream. It's always been a dream. I've always said the best day you can have is on a film set. And I'll get into it. I'll get into it. But I'll end this one. This is just like the introduction to. I'm gonna start a part, a series, I guess, a series of videos that encapsulate my run, my foray into film. And I've been watching a lot of Sore Hands. He's a classical guitarist. He's one of the finest classical guitarists. Can't fucking say it. But Sore Hands, if you're watching, I love your work. Um, but yeah, I'll talk about him because Sore Hands is going to graduate school for guitar right now. I think he said he was 27. Probably being generous or some shit. I don't know, but he's a YouTube guy I follow, and it's interesting because like he calls himself a classical guitar elitist or an elitist, music elitist, something like that. And he's about to go to graduate school. So it'll be interesting if he continues throughout all these years, and besides being a teacher to pay it back, like, what does he do? What does he do? You know, I graduated in '09 with my master's, so I'm 4 years away. So 4 years away from a 20-year thing. And next year is 20 years that I started Full Sail. So, but the last week, I guess now I can say, in my brain, it's been really chaotic and crazy. And to vlog it all out of my head, I think that'll be the best way, because then I can get it out of my head. So, if you made it this far, that's cool. Thank you. I'm gonna start the other parts, but I gotta go through and I gotta get this footage real quick. So, we'll see when the next one's out. But yeah, all right. Robin Loxley out.